a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And the return starts from inside the 20. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Breaking free at the 35. Football comes out. The ball carrier lands on it and gains enough for a first down.
Oh, my gosh. The defense is attacking that football. That ball's on the ground. They almost come up with a turnover on the first play of the game.
And then first down, right back to the running game. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And there's the handoff. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Looking to pass this time. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
It's an option look. He'll toss it to the back.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. Unleashes the stiff arm. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
I love early in a game like this where you get the running back involved. You just get his hands on the football. Also, nice, easy screen. Gets the quarterback settled into the game. Nice, easy throw. And look at this. It ends up being a huge play.
Out of the shotgun, you'll hand it off. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Back to pass. It's Collins. Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Look out, he's got some space. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. We're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Gonna run it. It's Wallace. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And he'll drop back here on third down. Short throw complete to the tight end. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Takes the handoff again. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. To the air, it's Weigman. He's going to pull it down and run. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
Caught near the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They're set now to try the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. This should be the last play of the quarter. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Short pass finds the tight end. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 7, LSU 0.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. It's a shotgun run call. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Dropping back, it's Collins. Makes a quick catch. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Watkins. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. A new set of downs after that completion.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Tackle made after the completion.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
The quarterback keeps it on the option. Fights through a tackle. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quick throw to the left side. He's got it for a big gain. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
That's a second and goal play for the offense. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, LSU. Methodical but effective for probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gonzalez. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here.
Penn State offense will take over first and 10.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And now the handoff. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. And the wideout goes in motion. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It's third down.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, it's Weigman. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. On their own side of the 50, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. And the Nittany Lions line up on 1st and 10 now. Press coverage now from these DBs. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. The Nittany Lions hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Bringing it out, it's Watkins. Tackle made at the 29, so he picks up about 4 yards by bringing it out of the end zone. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Pass clock. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. It was a 1st and 10 play. To the air, it's Collins. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's looking to scramble. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short.
What a defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw it on first down. Slides a quick throw. And the defense able to bring him down, and that should just about do it for this first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gonzalez. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Oh, it's a reverse. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Tries to get it to the running back. Caught over the middle. It's Wallace. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Now it's second down here. To throw, it's Collins. Throws a bullet to the right. Lucky for the junior quarterback that didn't get picked off.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down. Second down after the incompletion. The shotgun running play call. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Not fielded cleanly. It's a loose football. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll test the right side here. They test the middle to get stuck. That run goes nowhere.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Trying to extend the play. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So the offense chooses to decline the pass interference penalty, and the result of that play will stand. The Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Weidman. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback for recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Brought down at the 27-yard line.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. The back's got it. Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this third quarter? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking for some space. It's Wallace. Can he reach the end zone? Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They jump in front here in the 4th.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Bringing it out. It's Turner. And he's tackled at the 30, so a good choice to bring it out of the end zone. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Collins. Tries the right with a quick throw, but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Receiver in motion now. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Scanning the field. It's Collins. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Oh, so close to coming up with that conversion here on 4th down in the 4th quarter. Close football game. Now you got to rely on your own defense to come up with a stop and hope you get one more chance.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here's the 2nd down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back. Looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And it's incomplete, but here comes the flag. So hold on, let's check that out. The officials make the easy call. Quarterback was well past line of scrimmage before throwing the ball. And the Nittany Lions will send their punt team onto the field. On the return, it's Anderson. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short completion of the tight end. Fighting off the tackler. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out on the field. It's a 1-possession game. It's up to this quarterback and this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
Oh, look out. The football is free. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Fires it to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
We've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Collins. He's escaping the pocket now. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Get 6 defensive backs with that dime look. Cover as much ground as you can and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Throwing for his running back. The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
Down by a touchdown late. This is a crucial fourth down play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Fires it to his target. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now the all-important extra point. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gonzalez. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. And on the carry, he's heading left. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they'll go right back to him on first down.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Back to throw. It's Weigman. Caught quickly. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. The Nittany Lions will have first and 10 here. He'll hand it off. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. And a timeout is called late in this tie game. Crucial choices coming up. Not much time left, but the offense has a shot to end this in regulation. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. The pocket breaking down. The pickup is 9, so it sets up a 3rd and 1 now. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. How much can they pick up on third down? Try a field goal from here will be 57 yards. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And the quarterback just sneaks it. Touchdown, Penn State. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
What a job by this offense to get this go-ahead score with such little time left. I loved how they managed the clock, managed the situation. They score, and now you give your opponent such little time to have a chance to come back and tie this game up.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it's Fielder sort of trying to create good field position here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Dropping back. It's Collins. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he goes down, and that's how we will end it. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they get to call themselves champions of the AAC. That's a major goal realized, but now we have to see if the committee is going to reward this championship